Ako po si Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, also known as the VoiceMaster of the Philippines. Alam niyo po ba na ang boses ng tao o human voice ang instrumentong lagi nating nilalaro? It's the world's most powerful sound. Paano po ba tayo makakapagsalita o speak powerfully to make change in the world? Kung may abilidad tayong kumonekta sa mga tao, sigurado pong magiging advantage po tayo kumpara sa mga taong hindi marunong makipag-usap at kumonekta sa ibang tao at siguradong makukuha natin ang mga bagay na nais nating ma-accomplish. Uli, ako po si Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, ang inyong Voice Master.
Let us all welcome no other than and truly handsome guy, the voice master, Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez.
Pocholo presents the Voice Master of the Philippines. Listen and be amazed. Be captivated by his voice. Pocholo, the Voice Master Gonzalez, is a Filipino voice actor whose voiceover works appeared in radio and TV commercials, radio dramas, children's programs, computer games, dubbed foreign telenovelas, films and anime, and original animation, and so far spoke to more than 100 schools and universities around the world. Pochology, the psychology of Pocholo Gonzalez. Although still very young, Pocholo the Voice Master Gonzalez is already considered as a veteran in the art of voice acting for television, radio, and even online. He started his professional career at age 16, and since then has harnessed his talent to become one of the best and most experienced in the field of voice acting. He is also known as the father of Philippine podcasting. He has won the Best Voice Actor title at the Ad Congress 2003 in Baguio City for the radio commercial Wikang Pambansa, where he imitated the voice of Mike Enriquez. He also organizes shows, seminars, and workshops on voice acting. At present, he owns and manages Creative Voices Productions, Creative Visions Productions, and Speech Communication Center, and also keeps himself busy with the Society of Young Voice Artists of the Philippines, or CVAP, a group of voice actors and talents he organized. Aside from his voice acting credentials, he takes pride at being honored as a youth advocate in Washington, D.C., New York, Seoul, Sydney, Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Beijing, for being the founder of the youth organization Voice of the Youth Network. Finished Bachelor of Arts Speech Communication and took his MA for Broadcast Communication at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. He believes that voice acting is an art that needs to be heard, to be recognized, and to be further developed. He was the youngest board member of the Advertising Suppliers Association of the Philippines and Animation Council of the Philippines Incorporated. Currently, board member of the Philippine Marketing Association, Junior Chamber International or JCI Makati, and SHIP for Southeast Asian Youth Program Alumni Association. He is a branding expert as well. He gives talks in different places around the country and imparts his knowledge in communication, voice acting, personal branding, guerrilla marketing, and youth empowerment and development. The Pathology 101. The Voice Master has also worked with various CEOs and government officials. He produced Voice of the Youth Radio on DZME, Youth Service Radio on DZSR, Voice of the Youth TV, Creative Business TV, and Tech Talk TV at Global News Network, and also worked as a director for Hero TV and Cinema One. On June 12, 2003, he received the Youth Action Net Award, sponsored by the International Youth Foundation in Washington, D.C., USA, and the Youth in Action Award by the Global Youth Action Network in New York City, USA. He has been featured on different TV and radio programs and newspapers. In 2009, he was awarded the Go Negosyo Most Inspiring Entrepreneur by the former President of the Philippines, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind Pathology, the voice master himself, Mr. Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez.
Hi. Hello. Hello. Okay, before I start, I would like to request everyone to please stand up. Please stand up. Okay. And I would like you to find a partner. Okay, I have a request. Can I have a request, guys? Okay, sige. I would like you to imagine that there's no one else here except you and your partner. So I would like you to face your partner. Magharapan kayo ng partner mo. Huwag nyo kong tignan. Now, I would like you to hold the hand of your partner. Titigan mo siya mula ulo hanggang paa. Appreciate his or her beauty. Dahan-dahan mong tignan ang kanyang kagwapuan at kagandahan. Now, I would like you to say something nice to that person. Sabihin mo pinakamagandang salita na pwede mong sabihin. Ayan. Now, sabihin mo, napakaganda mo ngayon. Napakagwapo mo ngayon. Hawakan mo ang kanyang kamay. Tignan mo siya sa mata niya. Tignan mo. Sabihin mo sa kanya, alam mo, ang swerte-swerte mo. Kasi sa dinami-dami ng maganda at gwapo dito, ako pa ang nakatabi mo. Kaya magmula ngayon, ako na ang magiging bago mo. Tignan mo yan. Ako na ang magiging bago mong. Tignan mo siya sa kanyang mata. Sabi, ako na ang magiging bago mong best friend. Hug, 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 hug. Love, love, love. Darling. Okay, palakpakan yung mga sarili nyo. Okay, and that's my talk. Thank you very much. Yun lang po, thank you. Pakibigay na po yung certificate. Tapos na po ako. Wala pa? Do you want more? Do you feel great today? Do you feel great today? If you feel great, sabihin nyo, I feel great. Do you feel great today? Okay, dapat medyo may konting push lang. Sabi niya, I feel great. Awesome. Dapat medyo awesome. Gumaganon ha. Medyo aangat ang puwit niya sa bangko. Okay? Do you feel great today? Ay, walang umaangat. Yeah. Kunwari pa kayo. O sa pa ha, dapat medyo aangat ng konti. Parang nag-wave. Okay. Do you feel great today? Ayun. Okay. Before anything else, I would like to thank Of course, my beloved PUP, Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Kung hindi nyo na itatanong, alam nyo po ba dapat wala po ako ngayon dito dahil I have 2 invitations na dinecline ko because PUP ang nag-invite sa akin. Dahil isa lang naman ang sinabi sa akin ng PUP nung ako ay nasa high school. By the way, I'm from PUP Laboratory High School. Sabi niya, Sintang paaralan, tanglaw ka ng bayan, pandayan ng isip ng kabataan. Kami ay dumating ng salat sa yaman, hanap na dunong ang iyong alay, ang layunin. Taas kamay. Katao, dinarangal. Be proud ng Pilipino. Ang iyong aral, diwa at hikang taglay, PUP aming gabay, para lang dakila. PUP. At pinagpala po ako at kayo dahil sa ating sintang paaralan. I'm going to talk about something else that you haven't heard before. Because this is the only subject that you can hear na ako lang ang pwede magturo. That is, like psychology, I'm talking about puchology. And I'm going to talk about the art of personal branding and the global Filipino youth. Education should be fun. Do you believe so? I believe there's no such thing as boring subject, only boring. O yan, sama na ugali. Mga teacher, wag ganon, wag ganon, wag ganon. Nakaka-hurt kayo eh. Parang, no boring subject, only teachers, ganon ka agad. And there's no such thing as boring talk or seminar except boring. Sama talaga mga ugali. But, I chose not to be one. You know, kung nandito kayo kahapon, one of the best speaker, and I'm actually under his life enrichment group, Mike Lubrin is really a wonderful and great speaker. And tomorrow, one of the best and my mentor will be here. Imagine, my mentor which is Al Ian Barcelona of AIB Training. Abangan nyo bukas. Ay, wala kayo. Pero maswerte kayo kasi nandito ako eh. And education should be fun. What is the spelling of fun? Wow. Very good, kids. You know how to spell. What is the spelling of fun? F-U-N. What F stands for? Fun? What's in your mind? N, nothing. For me, F stands, ano? Oh, funny, pretty. But for me, F stands for, dapat, sa lahat ng seminar, dapat may F. Dapat may participation. Para may certification. And U stands for dapat may U. What stand? Understanding, ano pa? Uniqueness. And U, for me, stands for dapat may humor. Di ba? Pag walang humor, boring. Okay. N stands for very good. Nothing. What? That's on your mind. Nothing. But for me, N stands for dapat sa education, everyone should enjoy. Sabi nga ni Manny Pacquiao, thank you very much. I enjoy your talk. And sometimes when we touch, sabi nga niya, this song is dedicated to myself and I really, really like it. He's the only one who appreciates his song. I'm a visionary. 20 years ago, I was there. Sabi ko, one day, I'm going to be great, just like like the one na nagsasalita. Because I believe everyone can be great and excellent on their own right. Tama? Tama. Eh di wow. My vision is to make the Philippines the center of voiceover excellence in Asia. But during that time, I was just a student. I was first year college at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. As you know, I'm the only guy among 50, 48 babae, dalawa kaming lalaki. O, di ba? E di, ikaw na. Who is Pucholo Gonzalez? This is actually one of the biggest event that I've ever spoke. MOA Arena. Nag-concert po ako niyan. Sabi ko, amen. Taas ang mga kamay, iwagayway. Di ba? Taas mga panyo. 50 pesos lang. I'm a global citizen. You know, you should think like a global citizen with a Filipino heart. As you know, 11 years ago, I'm already working in the US, and Disney would like to take me as one of their employee, but I've asked myself, sabi ko, would you like to stay here and serve the Americans or go back to the Philippines and serve your fellow Filipino? At dahil ako po ay may pusong PUP at ang utak ng UP, pinagsama ko ang pusong PUP. Di ba? Siyempre naman, bigyan ko naman ng college naman ako doon. No? Wawa naman sila, hindi ko sila pinapansin. And I decided, I will go back to the Philippines to serve my fellow Filipino. That's the reason why I'm in front of you right now. Di ba? Minsan, sabi ang tanga-tanga mo, nandun ka na. Ikaw kaya. Hindi ka pa kasi nakakapunta doon, di ba? And I believe, I've been to 35 countries around the world. I studied in 15 countries. I've been to 50 provinces of this country. And I always say that our country is still the best in the world. Kaya huwag niyong ipagkanulo ang pagiging Pilipino nyo dahil lang sa mga nakikita at napapanood nyo sa telebisyon. Dahil at the end of the day, walang magbabago at hindi magbabago ang bansang ito kung hindi tayo naniniwala na ang bansa natin ay meron pang pag-asa. Ayan. These are just some of the places that I worked, studied before. You know, traveling is the best way to get knowledge, tama? To learn. And I had a chance to work with some big leaders of Southeast Asia. Kilala niyo ba kung sino to? Is Dr. Mahathir Mohamad of Malaysia. Diba? He's the man. Ako lang nakagawa ng ganyan kasi bawal magpa-picture dyan. And I'm also known as the VoiceMaster. Why? Because I am the only one who created the very first voice acting school in the country, the very first voiceover company at age of 23 years old. And this is my logo, and that's Mick Mick, the microphone. As you know, I'm using 3 microphones in my life. One is this one. This is, what do you call this? Oh, tama. Ang ganda yun. This is what you call a wireless dynamic microphone. So ito yung ginagamit ko for public speaking. I'm using another microphone called broadcast microphone, which I'm using as a broadcaster, and one is condenser microphone, which I'm using to do voiceover for commercials. Sino pong nagtutweet dito? Taas ang kamay. Ayan, oh, the Gen Z. Sige, i-add nyo ako sa Twitter nyo at ang pinakamay magandang tweet, bibigyan ko ng premyo mamaya. Pochology, ha? Tandaan nyo, Pochology. P-O-C-H-O-L-O-G-Y. Hindi po yan si Bitoy.
Titilyo, tutuman. Tinong dapat, limot, paingin ang limot. Bibili ka ako ng turbitit.
Dreamer. I'm a dreamer. And you are all dreamers, right? I once sit down nga dyan sa kinaupuan ninyo. Hindi dito sa literal na lugar, but I am also once a listener and audience. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, one day gusto kong tumayo din doon. Kasi yung speaker, tinulugan ng lahat ng katabi ko. Alam nyo kayo, believe din ako sa mga estudyante ngayon. Kunwari nakikinig, haha. Do you understand? Yes! Tapos sabi ng speaker, I'm talking about ASEAN integration. ASEAN integration is about, okay. Tapos bigla mag-tweet, boring nung speaker. Sama na maugal. Tapos sasabihin, pag mag-goodbye na yung speaker, sabi, and that's my talk. O kunwari ako yung speaker na boring, tingnan ko kung paano kayo pumalakpak. Ha? And that's my talk. Thank you very much. Alam mo yung sinungaling kayo. Hindi ganyan. Isa pa, ipakita nyo kung gaano katindi yung... Pakita nyo na, minsan lang to eh. And that is my talk. Thank you. O, di ba? Kunwari, naintindihan nyo. Pero yung iba, woo! Sa wakas, tapos ka na! Uwi! Ana! Uwi! Yung mga ganyan, mga ugali nyo, asal. No? Sama na ugali. You know, being a dreamer, sabi ko nga, dapat huwag nating alisin sa puso natin ang pagiging dreamer. You know, at the end of the day, you will never get to your goals. You know why? Because once you are already in your goal, you've got your goal, it's not your goal anymore. Parang at pangarap ko makatapos ng college. O mula elementary, gusto mo makatapos ng elementary, mag-high school, college, makapagtrabaho. Pero nakapagtrabaho na, iba na ang goal mo. Kung hindi makapag-asawa na maganda. O gwapo. O yumaman. Tama? Kasi never ending naman ang dream natin dapat. And, and I'm proud to say that I am a public school product. Just like you. Hindi natin kailangan magbayad na mahal para di ba, matuto. At the end of the day, wala po yan sa eskwelahan. Nasa estudyante yan, tama? Wala sinabi ang wala naman sila dito eh. Mga taga-Ateneo, wala. Mga Lasal, panis yan sa atin. PUP, aming gabay, di ba? Pero minsan nagtataka ako sa kanta, di ba? Kami ay dumating ng salat sa yaman. Ayun, alam na. Salat sa yaman. So, hindi ka tayo pwedeng pumunta doon. Wala tayong pera eh. Anyway, ayan po ang aking graduation pic nung, eto pala, high school. Ayan, kahit pa paano naman na-honor ako. And, may nakikita kayong kakaiba? Spot the knot. Anong nakita nyo? May nakatayo. Oh. Oh, ayan na yung, di ba? Pasaway, nakaganon pa. Oh, high school yan. 15 years. Tanong nyo kung bakit. Bakit? Pakialam nyo. Walang basagan ng trip, di ba? You know, when I was young, I always do something crazy. Ako naniniwala, yung pinakatahimik, pinakamatalino, wala yan. Mas gusto ko pa maging makulit kasi we enjoy our high school life. Sino mga siraulo ng high school? Yahoo! Yan ang gusto ko sa inyo, mga aminado kayo, siraulo nyo, di ba? Di ba? Wala lang. I feel like I'm different. Teka, I'll give you an idea. What's the difference between uniqueness and being different? Okay, ito ha. Sa akin nyo lang, pochology to. Ang pagiging unique, para yung, may 100 bola. Lahat ng bola puti, ikaw lang yung itim. So, unique ka. Itim ka eh. Lahat mga kano, ikaw negro. Unique ka. So, pero pag nilagay ko kayo sa isang lamesa, itilt ko lang ng 1 degree yan, lahat kayo mahuhulog. Tama? Kasi pare-pares pa rin yung bola. But being different is just like being a red box or square out of all white balls. So pag nilagay ko kayo uli sa lamesa, lahat mahuhulog, ikaw matitira. Kasi different ka. At least, alam niyo na yung difference nun. And at age of 19, I graduated at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, with a course of BA Speech cum laude. Di ba? I was 19 years old then. But during that time, I'm already a broadcaster, director, and a voiceover artist. And I'm proud to be Filipino. Proud ba kayong maging Pilipino? Sabihin nyo nga, I'm proud to be Filipino! Go! I'm proud to be, sabi niya, I'm proud. Sino to? Dr. Jose Rizal. You know, Dr. Jose Rizal has been my idol since I'm 10. And I'm wondering why Rizal has a lot of monuments and he's always dun sa mga bayani. Ang alam lang natin, national hero, yun lang. Alam niyo may kwento si Rizal nung 10 years old. Sabi niya sa ate niya,
Ate, alam mo ba, itatayo ni bulto ko sa bawat sulok ng Pilipinas.
tapos sabi ng ate niya, ay nako Pepe, naluloko ka na ba? Paano itatayo ni Bulto mo? 10 taong gulang ka pa lang.
Basta ate, itatayo ni bulto ko sa bawat sulok ng Pilipinas.
Imagine niyo si Rizal at age 10 is already a Vimer. Isa na siyang Vimer, di ba? Bayani. Galing na. Sincero. Biglang bayani. Of course, he is already a visionary. Tingnan mo nga yung katabi mo. Tanongin mo nga siya, best friend, visionary ka ba? Sagutin mo, oo naman, I can see you in my dreams. Ikaw na. Ay. You know, are you wondering why you were born? Nagtataka ba kayo bakit kayo pinanganak sa panahon na to? Pwede naman kayo pinanganak sa panahon ni Lapu-Lapu, di ba, ni Rizal, sa future. Alam niyo kung pinanganak ako ng panahon ni Rizal, magtropa kami. Ayan si Rizal, ayan ako. Oh. At alam niyo ba, ito ang rebulto ni Rizal when he was 10 years old. Alam niyo, pinalabas yan sa ilustrado. Sinabi ni Rizal talaga yon. At sa Bayani. Yung sinabi niya na magkakaroon siya ng rebulto. Did you know that Dr. Jose Rizal is the only human being that has more than 30 monuments in more than 30 countries around the world? At hindi po alam ng marami yan. And these are just some of those monuments. 2 years ago, I started traveling. Although I've been traveling for 15 years, I've just realized na dinadaanan ko lang ang kanyang mga rebulto. And I decided to create and publish a book about his greatness and excellence. You know, the symbol of Rizal is the symbol of you now. Di ba sabi ni Rizal, ang kabataan panahon niya pa yun, lahat ng kabataan nun patay na. Pero tayo, ang katuparan sa mga pangarap ni Rizal. Di ba? Ang inyong henerasyon, alam nyo ba, dahil dyan, I am bringing the greatness and excellence of Dr. Jose Rizal in every corner of this country and the world. I'm talking about a lot of Dr. Jose Rizal. And these are just some of those monuments na nagpa-picture ako. And these are like 150 already. Kita nyo, magkamukha na kami. Oh. Yun lang, medyo advanced. Team Manila. O, di naka-shades. Team Manila. Ayan. And these are just some of those monuments. And I just visited Dapitan. I had a talk there 2 weeks ago. Ayan, sobrang tuwa ko. Inakyat ko na naman yung kanyang rebulto. Bawal dyan. At ito lang yung mga ilan sa mga monumento niya. And the book will come up, lalabas siya ngayong May. Ha? By the way, alam niyo, gusto ko sanang pakita tong video. Gusto niyo ba makita? Sige, panoorin natin to.
Itong susunod na itatampok natin, hindi lang entrepreneur, ha? Meron siyang voice talent. Sa sobrang galing ng voice niya, tinawag siyang VoiceMaster.
Yon, partner. Ito ay walang iba kundi si Sir Pocholo Gonzales na nagtayo siya ng isang school partner sa mga nagnanais maging voice artist at syempre ma-enhance pa ang kanilang talento, kanilang boses.
Sigurado po ba kayo sa gusto niyong mangyari?
With its thin fiber optics, it is capable of transmitting data at the speed of light.
Hindi boses pa lang, tiyak hindi mo pwedeng palampasin ang kanilang mga mensahe.
Suddenly it's so smooth, bigla na lang it's so nice, so wonderful.
Halos araw-araw, may mga boses tayo nakakasalamuha sa telebisyon, radyo at maging sa computer. Hindi man daw natin sila nakikita, masaya na raw kung ang boses nila ang inyong naririnig. Sila ang mga voice artists na dumaan sa pagsasanay sa voice ng tinaguriang voice master na si Pocholo Gonzales.
Simula ako nung ako ay bata pa actually, nakikinig ako sa mga radio drama, yung mga napapakinggan ko, yung mga pusong gabi ng lagi.
Mga monster kami!
Kung ginagaya ko yung mga yan. So unknowingly, I'm developing my voice acting skills, tsaka I create a lot of voices. Nagsimula ako ng 10,000 piso lang ang pera. Kasi ang ginawa ko lang, pang-upa lang actually dito sa opisina yung nilabas ko. Tapos meron ako maliit na isang USB microphone. Doon ako nagsimula noong 2005. 2005 nang buksan ni Pocholo ang Creative Voices. At kasalukuyan, nasa 1,000 na ang kanyang mga naturuan. Pero may nang bagong DJ, mga dubbers, radio drama talent, mga voiceover for commercials, mga voiceover sa mga TV, galing sa Creative Voices.
Tinuruan ako ni Sir Choi kung paano gamitin yung iba't ibang klase ng boses ko, maging matanda, maging bata, maging flexible.
Pinakita niya sa amin na this is an art na hindi to basta lang trabaho, na ganun, hindi siya ganun.
Dahil dito, nagkaroon ako ng connection, so na-practice ko yung pagiging host ko rin. Basta other things that can be done na hindi lang pang-commercial.
Pagmamalaki ni Pocholo, malaki ang potensyal ng ating bansa na maging sentro ng voice artist sa buong Asia. Ang trending ngayon ay localization. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng bansa nilo-localize yung mga iba't ibang mga contents. For example, yung mga animation, telenovela. At ngayon, kung di mo na itatanong, nandiyan na yung mga computer games. And I have done a lot of computer games na tinagalog. Sa Pilipinas, ako ang nag-pioneer ng professional production ng audiobooks. Sa katunayan, ako rin ang gumawa ng speech audiobooks, ng mga iba't ibang storybooks. Especially, for the first time in history, kami rin ang gumawa ng No Limit ang Here. Inaabot ng 2 buwan o 8 sessions ang mga estudyante ni Pocholo. Bukod sa kanya, may mga kaibigan din siya mga voice artists na hands-on sa pagtuturo para maging isang magaling na voice artist. Yes, there's money on voice acting, but if you treat voice acting as an art first, money will follow. Masaya si VoiceMaster Pocholo sa tinatakbo ng kanyang eskwelahan. Pero higit daw sa lahat, importante ang maibahagi ng tulad niyang voice artist ang talento ng Pinoy sa buong mundo. Pag meron kang talent, gamitin mo yan. Pero dapat you have entrepreneurial mindset. Dapat meron kang social entrepreneurship na pag-iisip. Number 1, you have to study. Kasi pag hindi mo pinag-aralan ang business side, may hirapan ka kung paano ibenta. Pangalawa, you have to know how to market yourself. You have to know how to brand yourself.
Restaurant in London where bankers, plumbers, and bankers can get the Phoenix Southern Snacks Center.
I am Optimus Prime. Although I don't sound that big, but I am. Megatron.
And that's my company, Creative Voices. I'm a voice artist. Have you heard of what is voice artist is? We are also known as the voice of God. Wow, lupit. Why? Because we are the one telling you what to buy, what to do, what to eat, what to wear. Just imagine a radio and a TV without a voice. Or your cell phone, wala nagsasabing, the subscriber cannot be reached. At wala, yung computer game mo na wala nagsasabing, round 1, fight, you lose, continue. Yung mga ganun. Di ba? Okay, yung Angry Birds mo, walang tunog. Walang nagsasabi ng ganito. Yung, walang ganon. Di ba? Ang pangit. And why? Sino nunod ng PBB dito? Pinoy Big Brother. Di ba? Si Big Brother, ang dating niya, para siyang God because he can see everything na ginagawa. Di ba? Siya yung nagsasabing ng ganito. Housemates, pumunta kayo sa confession room ngayon. Diba? Tapos sabi niya, natutuwa ako na andito kayo ngayon at nakikinig kay VoiceMaster. At dahil kayo ay tumatawa, pinapatawang ko kayo ng automatic eviction. Wait, may secret akong kukwento sa inyo, ha? Alam niyo ba, nanonood na may bukas pa. Si Santino, alam niyo? Iniisip ko bakit parehas sila ng boses lang, di nakikita. Minsan nanonood ako ng shooting. Sabi ni Santino kay bro, bro, ano pong gagawin ko ngayon? Tapos sabi ni bro, Santino, pumunta ka ngayon sa confession room. Sabi ko na nga pa, iisa to di ba? Tsaka minsan sa ABS, nung nandun pa ako, kasi retired na ako, wala na ako sa ABS. Minsan nagkasakit si Gus, alam niyo si Gus? Yung Soko, yung kung mahusay ang pagsisinop at pagsiyak ng ebidensya, lumalabas na siya ang biktima, di ba? Eh, nag-absent, nagkasakit, na maos. Ako, si ano, ganun na yung boss. So, ang available lang nun, si Mark Logan. Sabi ng director, Mark, pwede ba ikaw muna yung O, sige po. Okay, ito, spill Okay, lights, camera, action! Kung mahusay ang pagsisinop at pagsiya sa ebidensya. Naku, Lola, siya yung biktima. Tignan mo, sabog-sabog ang ulo. Naku, Lola, ang taray mo. Oh, wala. Hoy, sabi na, cut. Uwian na. Hindi pwede. So that's how powerful our voice is. Do you know that our voice is the most used instrument in our human body? Without our voice, the world will perish. Trust me. What's your favorite animal? Oh, now I would like you to do the sound of your favorite animal. Do it now. Go. Very good. Okay, now, talk to your best friend using that sound. O, may naintindihan kayo? Now you know, Now you know how important. Alam nyo ba, bago ang lahat, no, I would like to take this opportunity, mga kapatid, napasalamatan ang ating mga guro. Palakpakan po natin ang mga teachers natin. You know why? Because they are using their voice 6 to 8 hours a day. And they're making effort para lang mapakinggan nyo ang mga messages na gusto nilang iparating sa inyo. But the problem is, their voice sometimes they don't take good care of it. Ang hirap kaya magsalita ng 6 na oras araw-araw kung alam nyo lang. And 99% of the teachers has vocal problems. Kaya i-consider nyo yun. Mamaya papakita ko rin sa inyo. And I'm also a voice director. Ang dami ko nang ginawang mga dubbing, animation, and one of my latest project is Kubot. Oo, ako yung nag-voice direct sa lahat ng mga artista. Kasi alam nyo, hindi nyo na itatanong, nagboboses ako sa maraming artista. At ang mga artista, minsan merong eksena, kunwari yun sa Kubot. Sino nakapanood ng Kubot? Ding Dong. Nasa taas siya ng building. Eh yung eksena, ganito, sabi niya, paus kasi siya, kung gusto niya mamatay, dito lang kayo. Ano? Parang ganun, kapangit yung kanyang acting. So sabi ko, medyo ganda natin ng ganito. Sabi niya, kung gusto niya mamatay, dito na lang kayo. Di ba, taray? Ganon. So, ginagaya niya ako kung paano ko i-act at gagayahin ng artista. Oy, teka, kilala niyo si Coco? Si Coco Lumber. Coco Jam. Di ba? Meron kasi, alam niyo si Coco, may lahing artista. Kastila. Di ba yung mga Kastila pag nagsalita ganito? Atasasyon, predalasyon. Di ba? May eksena. Ano yung palabas nila nung pinsan ko? O mamaya kwento ko may pinsan ako. Meron silang si Catalina, sino ba? Ano palabas yon? Walang hanggan, yun. Di ba may eksena sila? Ganun sabi ni Coco. Catalina, di ba sabi ko sa'yo, mahal kita? Kasi, mula nang makita ka sa buhay ko, mahal na kita sa puso ko. Kasi, yummy, sarap, astig, you know. Tingnan mo nga, sabi mo nga sa best friend, astig. Extended. Okay. Tuwan-tuwa naman kayo. Ayan. I used to be a DJ, but still I'm a broadcaster. And I work with a lot of veterans sa industry, and most of them are already with God. Marami ako natutuwa kay Tia Deli. Hindi nyo nakilala to, pero she's the one saying, ito ang inyong Tia Deli. As if naman mo talaga nakaka-relate. Tia Deli. Di ba naalala nyo yung mga panahon, si Mata! Ganon. Isang gabi ng lagim. Monster! Ganon. Wala pa kasing TV noon. Wala silang iPad noon, no? Sila noon, 8:00 pa na ng gabi, tulog na. Ay, nagpaparami si tatay, gano'n. Kaya mga 15 silang magkakapatid. Di ba? Ngayon, busy mag-iPad, di ba? Mag-Facebook. Oy, kilala niyo mga to? Sila lang naman yung nagboses sa likod ng tinatawag na F4 or Meet Your Garden. Oo. Oo, siya si Dao Mingsu. Ngayon, daming sugat. Si Dao Mingsu yan, si Benji Durango, taga PUP yan. Oo. At marami pang iba. Yan. Ngayon, reporter siya sa TV5, Benji Durango. Yung kanina nakita nyo, merong bagong Dao Mingse, nakita si Jag. Siya ngayon nagboboses kay Dao Mingse dun sa palabas sa Channel 2. Ano yan? Unforgettable. Ayun. Yung kanina nakita niyo yung mukha niya, yung tinuruan ako ni Sir Pocholo na, ayun yung laki ng boses. Siya yun. Oo. Ayan, si Eugene Domingo nung siya ay lalaki pa. Ayan. Babae na siya ngayon. Oh, dati siyang dabber. Nasa Meteor Garden din. Siya yung mayordoma. Oo. Ito si Danny Mandia, siya ang director ng Meteor Garden. And I'm a voice master. Yan nga, ito yung mga ginawa kong commercial. And one of my commercials and cartoons, one of my favorite commercials. Alam niyo to? Gusto niyo marinig? Gusto niyo marinig? O sige, bilang kayo. 1, 2, 3, go! Parang hindi kayo excited eh. Tira, best friend, laksan mo kasi para ma-excite si... push si Sir Choi. Okay, isa pa. Bilang kayo. 1, 2, 3, go! Ikaw na. Sabi ka, ba? Sabi ka, ikaw. Inuunahan mo ko eh. Nakakawalan ka ng momentum. Eh di wow. O sabay-sabay ulit. 1, 2, 3, go!
Tabi, bibo, bagong bibo,
Oh, anong sikreto ng bagong bibo?
tikman mo.
Oh, paano? Papit ako eh.
Nga.
O, diba? And this is one of my favorite cartoon character. Uy, kilala niyo siya? Naalala niyo nung bata kayo? Yung umiihi pa kayo sa salwal. Diba? Bu, cha-cha, bu. Gusto mo kanta tayo? Gagamitin ko yung boses ni Chacha. O sige, bilang uli kayo. Sabay-sabay tayo. Go! Si Bubot si Chachay magkaibigan. Lagi kaming magkasama at laging namamasyal. Bu-bu-bu? Bu-bu-bu? Bu-bu, Chachay, yeah! O, di ba? Naalala nyo? Uy, alam nyo ba, isa sa mga favorite kong cartoon character, si Berkat. Kasi kamukha siya ni Batman na may lipstick. Oo. So, inisip ko, sino kayang pwedeng medyo sophisticated na bading sa Pilipinas? Boy Abunda. O sige, sabi ko, boy, ganyan. Ikaw na, di ba? So, ginawa ko, nagdadab ako, ganyan. Kabat nakaganyan, sabi ko, hi, ako nga pala si Berkachi ng Gacha Man. Umanda kayo sa akin. Itong bagay sa inyo. Oo. Tignan mo nga. And this is one of my favorite cartoon characters. Naalala nyo ba yan? Yan. Ako nagboses dyan. Yung boses niya ganito. Yung,
Hoy, humanda kayo sa akin. Ako nga pala Cyber Kurchan. Itong bagay sa inyo. Ha!
wala na. Wala lang. Ayan. Yan. Naalala nyo ba yan? Yung ako nagboses sa tatay ni Sanchay. Dapat F4 ako eh. Masyado daw matanda ang boses ko. Binigay sa akin F5, father ni Sanchay. So ganito. Gusto yung marinig? Last na ha. Tapos seryoso na tayo ha. Okay lang ba yan? O sige. Last ng bilang. Go. Nakita niyo mga utu-utu. Okay, game. Magandang araw sa inyo. Ako nga pala ang tatay ni Sanchay. Kamukha mo si Daming Sir. Edi wow. Okay, sige. You know what? My goal is to make the Philippines the center of voiceover excellence in Asia. As you know, we are already we are already part of the ASEAN integration, no? ASEAN 2015. And a lot of people don't really understand what is ASEAN per se. Yung 2015 pa, what is ASEAN community? You know, we've been talking about it 15 years ago. When I traveled the Southeast Asia, I've been there, done that as a youth ambassador. Sabi ko, and this is really exciting because we Filipinos don't really think we are Filipinos. We think like an island nation. We have this island mindset, no? Alam niyo ba sinabing island mindset? Hindi ka Pilipino, ikaw ay Cebuano, Ilonggo, Waray. Nag-gets niyo yung point? Ilocano, Kapampang, ganun tayo mag-identify. Kaya ang nangyayari, clannish tayo, away-away tayo lagi. Which shouldn't be the case. We should be a nation itself. We are actually the pioneer of ASEAN. We are number one during the time it was created. Who is the Filipino who created ASEAN? His name is Narciso Ramos, no? Alam nyo, sayang, ang dami nating pwedeng, tayo number one noon, nung panahon na yon. Hindi ko alam pang ilan na tayo ngayon. Balita ko, nauna na tayo ng Vietnam. At ang Myanmar at ang Laos ay gustong humabol. And I wish and I believe that your generation will change it. And we will become number one again. And we will rise as the greatest nation in ASEAN. Palakpak naman. Hindi, alam nyo, hindi biro yan. There was a president who said, this nation will become great again. And we will. Alam nyo, we are the number one BPO company. But BPO sometimes, hindi natin alam hanggang kailan yan, yung mga call center. Before, number 2 lang tayo. Na ngayon, naging number 1. Alam nyo kung bakit? Na-imagine nyo na ba kung nasa ibang bansa ang call center? For example, yung pinakamaraming tao, pinakamura saan? Sa China. Imagine nyo ba pag may tumawag dyan sa call center, ganito. Hello, can you help me? Sabi ng Chinese, hello, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem. Di ba? Wala, inalis sa China. So, sinubukan sa Japan, ganito. Hello, can you help me? Aro, I help you. No problem. Arigato, arigato. Tapos dati sa India, kasi ganito. Hello, can you help me? Hello, I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Hindi mo alam kung okay daw eh. And I would like to take this opportunity na ipakita sa inyo ang ginawa ko for Sega, when I went to Tokyo, Japan, and presented the voice of the Filipino people, the Filipino voice artists. They were amazed. Sabi niya, you really good. You sound like America. And this is my work. And this is actually, I voice directed and voiced some of the characters. And let's watch this video. This is our Filipino voice artist. And I believe with the advent of technology, we can do better than what we have right now. Sobra na yung napakaraming talent galing sa Pilipinas na hindi na ma-maximize. And we have to start now. And my talk is all about personal branding. That's the reason why I became the VoiceMaster, is because I created the brand that I want the people to think of. What is personal branding? Personal branding is actually kung ano yung isipin mo sa sarili mo, yun ang iisipin nila sa'yo. No? How you perceive yourself is how other people see you. And you become a solution to a particular problem. And these are my books in the future. So at least I have a vision that one day I will have a lot of books and I will have my own rack sa mall, sa mga bookstore and Pochology. Actually, psychology. And that's the power of Photoshop. And I would like you to make your passion as your profession. Ang hirap kasi. Ang tanong, ano mga courses ninyo dito? Ha? HR, of course. Kaya nga HR Summit, hiyang-hiya naman ako sa, di ba? But the point is, do you really love what you're doing or what you're taking out? Di ba? Simple lang naman yan. Para kang nag-asawa ng hindi mo mahal. Kapag hindi mo ginahal ang iyong kurso. Tama? And I think HR is one of the best courses in the country because it is also the hardest. Bakit? Napakahirap pong maghawak ng yung mga tao. Ang pinakamahirap hawakan ang mga tao dahil hindi naman talaga natin hawak ang buhay ng mga tao. At everything is changing. The Generation Z, I'll show you the generations, no? Kung difference sa mga generations. Pakibasa. Proverbs 29:18. This is a very powerful verse from the Bible. Look what's happening to your country, people. I don't want to mention names, but that's the result of having no vision at all. But I believe that once a great leader comes up again, and this nation will become great again. Because everything rise and fall in leadership. Remember that.
Yung tanan.
Hindi ko napakita yan. What is this? These are also known as technology. Alam nyo ba, mga kapatid, na wala tayong pinagkaiba sa mga tao noong 2,000 years or 5,000 years ago. Kung tayong lahat, kumari may isang tao na pinanganak, no? 5,000 years ago, makakasabay mo siyang lumaki. Wala kayong pinagkaiba. Alam niyo kung bakit? What makes you different and our generation different from other generation are the tools that we are using. Tanggalan mo ng kuryente tanggalan mo lang ng kuryente. Balik tayo sa primitibong pamamaraan. Maniwala kayo. So, hindi basihan ang teknolohiyang hawak mo ng iyong kagalingan. Tandaan nyo yan, ha? And what is this? Wow, alam nyo pa ang typewriter. 10 years from now, they don't know this. Because my son alone, sabi ko sa kanya, what is this? Sabi niya, Dad, so simple. That's a keyboard. Dahil wala siyang idea ng typewriter. Nagets nyo? Just like you guys, pag pinakitaan ko kayo ng Morse code, hindi nyo na alam yan. Nagets nyo? O kaya yung mga stenography. Naalala nyo yung mga typewriter na mukhang stenography? Hindi nyo na alam yun. And your generation is the most connected generation of all time. Because every time there's another generation, they are also the most connected. But mind you, people, young generation, the millennials and the Generation Z, you are the most connected but the most disconnected also. Why? You always look down. Minsan ba you look forward or you look up? Minsan, pag uwi mo ng bahay, kinukumusta mo ang mga kaibigan mo, lahat ng friends mo. But minsan ba, kinamusta mo yung mga mahal mo sa buhay? I have a challenge sa inyo mamaya pag uwi nyo. Minsan lapitan nyo naman nanay nyo, tatay nyo, kapatid mo. Kumustahin mo sila. Sabihin mo sa kanila kung gaano mo sila kamahal. Sasabihin sila, anong nakain mo? But sometimes things are so corny kapag totoo. Di ba parang ang hirap sabihin yung mga totoo, mahal mo sila, hindi mo masabi kasi corny. Pero trust me, ang corny ang pinakamatamis na bagay. Hindi corny ka, corny. Na pwede mong gawin sa mahal mo sa buhay. Tama? Youth, you are the youth of this generation. But one day, you'll never be the youth of this generation. Just like sir and mom before. They are the youth. Now they are youth. Oy, tandaan mo. Youth is just a state of mind. Ha? Kasi wala silang choice. Baby boomers. Sinong baby boomers? Ha? Sino? Wag na. Baka batuhin ako dito. They are the people who were born from 1945 to 1964. Bakit? Kasi bakit dumami ang tao? Dati di ba yung 1940s, gera. So iba yung binobomba ng mga sundalo. Nung umuwi sila sa bahay, binomba nila yung mga asawa nila. Ayun, dumami sila. Naging baby boom. Shoo. Dumami ang buntis, sabay-sabay ng anak. Di ba? Gen X. Yan mga generation na mahilig sa X. X-Men. Yung mga ganun. Oo. Expired. They were the people who were born from 1965 to 1981. Sino mga Gen X? Yay, kami yun. Ha? Wala. Si Sir. Batchmate. Gen Y. These are the people who were born from 1982 to 1993. Wala na kayo dito, tama? Because your generation is also known as the Gen Z or the people who were born from 1994 to 2010. Kasi dyan na yung nagsimula ang internet. And sometimes the Gen Z are the most, kumbaga, kayo ang hindi naiintindihan, misunderstood because they don't understand. I understand Gen Z because I'm dealing with Gen Z because I'm the founder of Voice of the Youth. Minsan sabi nila, ang akala nila ganito tayo pero hindi. Tama? Ang alam nila, wala tayong alam, pero mali sila. Dahil nung panahon na yon, sila ay pumupunta sa library, tayo nag-google na. Gen Z, ito mabilis lang to. You are the generation who wants to create content, connected, co-create, you'll have to co-create with your friends, customize. Alam nyo, ang hirap kasi maghanap nung panahon namin ng same like-minded people. Unlike ngayon, interest, makita mo kagad, pare-pares kayong interest. Kontakin mo lang, may mga Google group or Facebook group na. You love community, you are the most curious generation and the generation who loves to control C. Ha? Oh, guilty. Oy, teka, tuturuan ko kayo paano mangopya. Diyan ako magaling. Pag nag-exam kayo at hindi nyo alam ang sagot, ganito lang, all you have to do is to pray. Lord, just show me the answer. Sabi kasi sa Bible, the answer is everywhere. Really? Is that the right answer, Lord? Yes. Tsaka yung mga estudyante, no, pag may exam, nagiging talented. Alam niyo kung bakit? Lahat ng talent lumalabas, nagiging ventriloquist. Di ba parang, Pre, ang sagot sa number 10. Di ba? Ano? Number 10. Tapos umaalog-alog pa yung ano ko. Uy, musog. Ang pinakamalupit, nagiging artista lahat. Alam mo yung bakit? Nagiging commercial model lahat ng estudyante. Bakit? Lahat sumasakit ang ulo. Tapos nahuli na, hey, you're cheating, you're copy. Unahan nyo ka, ma'am, acting lang, ingat, gano'n. Sakit sa ulo, ingat, di ba? Unahan mo, John Lloyd Cruz po, di ba? Okay doon, tuntua kayo, guilty kasi kayo lahat. Taas ang kamay ng hindi nangopya. Ma'am, pati ba naman kayo? Kaya pag nahuli ka, ma'am, remember, you don't... Di ba sabi ko, taas ang kamay ng hindi nangopya. Si ma'am, di kayo magtaas eh. Dapat ma'am nagtaas kayo para kunwari na hindi kayo nangopya. Ayan. Anyway, I'm going to give you tips. Mabilis lang to kasi wala na po akong oras. I only have 5 minutes. Ganun talaga. Ganun talaga eh. Ganun talaga. Okay, ito, very important to create your own branding, no? Because as you know, sa HR, hindi naman lahat kayo makakapasok basta-basta sa HR. Bakit? Ito, papaliwanag ko kung bakit. Dahil noon, gusto ko rin mag-HR. Oo nga. HR. Homeroom. Ayan, number 1, update your online profiles. What are those profiles? This is the number 1 website for all people in HR. What is this? This is what you call LinkedIn. Because HR people, remember young generation, Gen Z, resume is passé. Again, ulitin ko, resumes are passé already. Why? It's just, ang titignan lang dyan ng mga company, picture nyo minsan. Masakit isipin. And they will look at the computer and find your details, data, Facebook account. Kasi maaari mong pikein ng resume, pero yung mga post mo sa Facebook mo, hindi. And it will reflect what kind of person you are. Tama? So be careful what you click and what you post. Because it is the reflection of your own self. Anong sinasabi doon sa sulat? What's in your mind? O ibig sabihin, that is your inner self. Tama? O, kung ano yung pinopost mo dyan, yun ka. And very important ang LinkedIn kasi dyan mo maisusulat lahat ng mga detalye mo, yung mga experiences mo. That is far, far bigger and better than the resume itself. Because resume should be 1 page lang. 2 pages, medyo mahaba na ngayon yun. Kasi nga, parang kumbaga yan lang ang introduction mo eh. And then the HR people will look at your online profiles. Yan. This is my online profile 5 years ago. Iba na yan ngayon. And I also had a chance to work sa Facebook. That's why the reason why I know how Facebook works. But remember, Facebook is already 10 years and it's also a passé. Social media is already done. Why? The Gen Z is no longer using Facebook. They use Snapchat or other like Instagram. What is in now is what you call messaging media. You don't look at the profile ng tao, you only click the message. Hey, what's up, bro? What? Tapos sabi, hey, have you seen my profile? No, bro, I don't have time. Tama? May time pa ba kayong tignan yung profile not unless nandiyo yung picture nyo? Di ba? Iba na ngayon ang messaging media na. And even before, bago mo ma-invite ang isang speaker, you have to send yan? Letter, snail mail. So bago pa sumagot yan, 10 years. Di ba? Ngayon, sir, can I invite you to be our speaker on this event? Boom, shoo. Ganun na, kabilis. Attach our invitation. Ganun kabilis. And you will see kagad kung, okay, I'll check. Okay, sige, ganito. What's your deal? Automatic na yon. And I'm receiving a lot of invitation, like 5 to 10 invitations a day. Because I'm also known as the Filipino speaker. Because I branded myself as the Filipino speaker. And if you're looking for a Filipino speaker, malakas ako sa search engine. Just like the other speakers. Number 2, start a blog. Blogging still needed. Why? Because blogging is actually not for yourself anymore. It's for other people to know what you are doing. Tama? You know, in HR, there's a lot of things na kailangan nyong malaman at ipaalam sa ibang tao. Kasi ngayon, sa dami ng competition, ilang kayo dito nagagraduate in the next 3 to 4 years? But ilan bang eskwelahan na may HR? And the problem, before kasi may tinatawag lang, ito lang sa amin sa UP, may tinatawag kaming UP and others. Yabang ng mga taga-UP, UP and others. Ngayon, hindi na. Pag taga-UP ka, hindi ka namin kukunin. Bakit? Kasi lagi kang nagkukwit sa trabaho. Ang isang UP graduate, minsan 3 to 4 times yan naghahanap ng trabaho. Pag hindi niya naramdaman na mahalaga siya sa isang kumpanya, aalis yan. Unlike, etong bilib ako sa mga taga-PUP. Ang mga taga-PUP, pag binigyan mo ng trabaho, hindi yan magre-reklamo. Gagawin niya yan ng buong puso at kaluluwa. Dahil kayo ay pinagpala. Di, totoo yan. Lahat ng mga tao ko sa Voice of the Youth Network, lahat ng mga taga-PUP. Dahil kahit saan mong production house tanungin, pag sinabi mong taga-PUP, matyaga at masipag. Siyempre, at matalino. At gwapo. Maganda. Lahat na. Sige na. And use technology in your own advantage. Huwag lang kayong selfie kung saan-saan. Speaking of selfie, ma'am, mapa-selfie ba? Okay lang sa inyo? Mai-post ko kayo kagad sa aking Instagram para... Bakit? Kailang? O sige, isa lang ha. Ayan, smiles. Sir, pakitanggal yung spotlight kasi hindi sila kita na. Ayan. Okay, smile. 1, 2. Di ka? Talaga nakagano sila. Ayan, use technology in your own advantage. Bakit? Alam nyo, ito nga ang problema ng mga teachers natin ngayon. Minsan nakala yung baka ginagamit na ng mga estudyante smartphone, minsan hindi na nakikinig. Meron kaming program sa Voice Care Philippines kung paano gawin yung mga bagay na, kumbaga, paano mo gagamitin yung technology sa advantage mo. Di ba? Like ito, paiba na ng paibang mundo, no? And moments are mobile. So kahit saan tayo pumunta, sino mga naka-smartphone dito? Halos lahat naman tayo. Sino naka-5110? GSM, galing sa magnanakaw. Ganun. Ayan. Like Instagram, mamaya pagkatapos ko dito, ipopost ko, automatic yan. Nakita na ng 100,000 followers ko yung Oo. Dagdag na kayo dun, ha? Okay, this is my secret. dito ko lang i-share to at walang ibang speaker na nagsasabi nito. What is this? Hashtag. What is a single word that will make you a successful person? Ano yon? Hindi mo mahahanap ang kantang gusto mong hanapin sa Google kung hindi mo alam to. At hindi mo malalaman kung ano hinahanap mo kung hindi mo alam ito. Okay, eto na ang clue. Susing salita. Keyword. Very good. You should know your keyword in life. For example, voice, youth, media. That's it. So, number 1, you should know how to focus. Ang problema ng generation nyo, sa dami ng mga entertainment, distractions, gusto nyo lahat subukan. So lahat sinubukan nyo, tumanda na kayo. Pag dating ng time na gusto nyo na pala ang isang bagay, may mga nauna na sa inyo. Kasi wala kayong focus. Tama? Parang gusto natin tutukan at lahat ng bagay na gusto natin gawin. Walang masama doon. Ang problema, gusto mong gawin sabay-sabay. Ang ginawa ko, nagsimula lang ako muna sa isa. Ano yung isang keyword na laging nasa isip ko na gusto kong ma-identify na walang ibang taong maiisip ang media kahit sino kung hindi si Pocholo, the VoiceMaster Gonzales. Ano yon? Ang salitang voice acting. Sabi ko, maraming sumikat na artista at singer. Ang tanong, may sumikat bang voice talent or voice artist? Wala. Pero ang boses, ang pinaka-importante sa media. Kaya nga, karamihan ng mga broadcaster natin ang pangit magsalita kasi hindi sila tinuruan ng voice acting. Alam nyo kasi mga kapuso, ganyan, kilala nyo ba ako? Kasi, pansinin nyo, CNN, BBC, iisa yung sobrang ganda at elegant. Tayo kung kanya-kanya, ay nako, ito, subukan mo, kahit anong gawin ko, di ba? Puto mo sa langit niya, pero mo si Ray langit niya, di ba? Manang, pabili po ng suka, lagyan mo na rin ng toyo. Di ba? Ganon. O kaya, pumunta kami sa mga Aita at nalaman namin kung bakit sila maitim. Para sa eyewitness. Ako po, si Howie Severino. So, iba-iba yung approach nila. Pero okay lang yun. Wala namang din. But now, most of the DJs ngayon na narinig nyo became my students. And you'll be surprised. Sobrang ito yung mga ilan sa mga Remember your keyword will lead you to success. Focus on that keyword. Kung ano man yung gusto mo maging, yun yung dapat mong tutukan. Number 4, interact with your audience. This is the greatest invention sa social media, which is also known as the Twitter. Bakit? This is the fastest way to get feedbacks. Alam nyo ba, yung ibang speaker, ayaw nilang ibigay yung Twitter nila kasi lalo na yung mga boring na speaker, ay kawawa. Your generation is actually saying what it's in your mind and what's in your heart. Tama? Ayan. So, these are just some of the messages. Number 5, document yourself. This is very important because no one will document your life except you. Okay? I have 5 minutes. Thank you. And ito, pinakamagandang way to promote yourself is through YouTube. 6, be everywhere. So, be a member of many organizations. Huwag niyong sabihin o isipin na estudyante pa lang kayo at di nyo kayang gawin. Guys, I was 16 years old when I became a champion of a voice acting competition and I became a professional broadcaster at age of 17. And by 18, I'm a reporter. By 19, I'm a director. And by 20, I retired. Really. And went to Southeast Asia, studied, and went back again. Parang Jordan, merong, di ba? May comeback. Then I went to the US and retired again. And when I went back, bumalik. And by age 30, nag-retire na uli ako to focus on my school. Number 7, speak, speak, speak. You should know how to speak. Sabi ng idol ko na si Francis Kong, sabi niya, there's only 2 skills that you need to master. Number 1 is communication skills. And number 2, you should know what to do and how to do what you communicated with. Sabihin ko, ano yung sinabi mo, dapat patunayan mo. And that's how business works. Tama? Kasi kung hindi mo alam, yung sinabi mo nga, sinungaling ka naman, puro ka kwento, wala kang kwenta. Maraming ganun. Pero dapat patunayan mo kung ano yung sinabi mo. Ganon din sa HR. Maaaring magpanggap kang magaling ka. Pero nung nagtatrabaho ka, ang galing mo magsalita, pero nung ginapagawa na sa iyo yung dapat mong gawin, hindi mo magawa. So may problema tayo doon. So kung ano yung sinasabi mo, dapat mong patunayan. And I had a chance to speak to a lot of big events. Even sa isang probinsya, sa bundok, 2,000, walang kuryente. Ayan. And this is the biggest actually sa arena. And I had a chance to speak then sa MVP group of companies during his birthday kay Manny V. Pangilinan. Executive talk under ng First Pacific Leadership Academy. I also had a chance to be with Ding Dong Dantes sa stage. Yun nga lang, hindi maintindihan dahil sigawan ng sigawan yung tao. Ayan. Wala lang. And also, I became the only Filipino recognized by the International Voice-Over Organization. And with this, kasama ko yung nagboses kay SpongeBob, kay Mickey Mouse. Di ba si SpongeBob?
Hey, come on, Patrick. My name is SpongeBob. Ay, Dad!
Di ba? Hey, oh, you SpongeBob. Hey, shut up, SpongeBob. Oh, Mr. Krabs. Ay. Ayan, and also I'm working with voices.com, which is the biggest voice-over website. Number 8, serve the community. Ito very important. You don't just do it for yourselves. You do it for other people. Huwag niyong gawin ang isang bagay kung kayo lang makikinabang. Tandaan yan. At the end of the day, walang magre-recognize ng ginagawa mo. So, gawin mo to dahil mas maraming makikinabang sa ginagawa natin. And also, this is my organization called Voice of the Youth Network. No? And I would like to ask for your names, name, address, mobile number, email, and a simple message. No? And you will be part of the network called Voice of the Youth Network. What we do, we inform, inspire, involve, and empower the Filipino youth. Kami ang katulong ng National Youth Commission para magpakalat ng mga programa para sa kabataan. And that's the reason why I had a chance to be in many different countries around the world because of the National Youth Commission. Sometimes kasi hindi rin nakakarating sa inyo. Ang daming programa. So lahat to libre. So kung gusto niyo mag-travel at maging youth ambassador, yan, ibigay niyo sa akin to. Isulat niyo lang sa isang papel. Okay lang ba? And submit niyo mamaya sa mga organizer. Kukunin ko yan. Alright? So, these are just some of my radio show. DZIQ, Youth Power Radio, Voice of the Youth Radio, Tinig Kabataan, Boses ng Kabataan, DZRH. Ayan. So, I'm the only one who created the very first youth-oriented show that gives the Filipino youth a voice on issues that affect them. And this is my son. He is the youngest broadcaster. He is already broadcasting at age of 8. He got his own radio show called Voice of the Children Radio Show. And all of these are just volunteer work. Wala po ako kinikita, kami pa gumagastos because wala pong nagbibigay ng boses sa kabataan. Kaya gumawa po ako ng paraan para mabigyan kayo ng boses. Ayan. So sayang, gusto ko sanang ipakita to pero wala na akong oras. Tapusin ko na. And also had a chance to speak with these people. I interviewed them through Voice of the Youth Radio. At puro sinungaling po karamihan sa kanila. Karamihan, halos lahat. Kasi ang tanong ko, what's your plan for young people? Sabi na, I think about it if I become the senator and I become the president. Anyway, ayan po, mga na-interview ko. At this is the vice president and the president. Nagpa-picture si VP sa akin. Okay, number 9, mabilis lang daw. Pay attention to Google. Kung ano yung sinasabi ng Google, nako, delikado yan. Kung ano yung kailangan, unahan nyo na. Kung may mga kaaway kayo, baka sinisiraan na kayo. And kung ano yung basta importante, pag sinulat niyo yung pangalan niyo sa Google, maganda yung nakasulat. Kasi one day, pag naghanap kayo ng work, yun ang gagawin. I-google yung pangalan niyo ng mga HR manager. Number 10, reinvent yourself. Very important, no? Katulad ng Pepsi, nakita nyo? Pwede pa bang gamitin yung ganyang logo ngayon? Noong 1890. So ito na yung current logo niya. So parang ganun din tayo. Dapat sumasabay tayo sa panahon. Di ba nauso yung makeup transformation, naalala nyo? Ayan. Katulad nito, may nagpadala sa akin. Di ba? Hindi, makeup transformation naman yan, no? May nagpadala sa akin. Sabi ko, pwede na, pwede na. Pwede, pero dipindi. Tapos may nagpadala na naman, pinadala ito. Sabi ko, "Wah." Pero talaga, ang natuwa ako, no? May nagpadala uli. Ayan. Eto. O, di ba? O, wala lang, trip-trip lang. Walang basagan ng trip, di ba? Pinasa sa akin. Also, I work with Artista Academy with these people. So ako yung nagtuturo sa mga artista para umacting ng boses nila. Ayan, ang Artista Academy. And most of the artista, ako nagtuturo ng voice acting sa kanila. Kung paano nila gamitin yung boses nila sa pag-arte. Kasi magkaiba yung acting ng katawan sa boses. This is a good friend of mine. His name is Papa Jack. Oo. He was 20 years old here. hindi lang halata. Alam mo ang kagandahan sa kanya, sobrang down to earth yan at napakabait na tao. At taga-PUP yan. So bata pa kami, sabi namin, alam mo, ang dami natin kalaban, no? Pero sabi naman namin, one day bro, basta tutukan lang natin at tama ang ginagawa natin at ginagawa natin to na may puso para sa ibang tao, di ba? One day, magtatagumpay din tayo. Kaya, sabi namin, wag nating sayangin ang pagkakataon na maging inspirasyon din tayo para sa ibang tao. Kaya, I challenge you, young people, wag niyong sayangin ang pagkakataon na maging inspirasyon din kayo para sa iba. You will become greater than the last generation, and you will become better than the last generation. Ayan, show your talent. Anyway, pakibasa. Do you believe so? Ayan, this is what you call dream board. Dapat may dream board din kayong ginagawa. Ayan. This is my son, Patrick Gabriel. Favorite ni Ding Dong yan. This is my son, Patrick Gabriel, and as a loving father, sabi ko nga, pwede naman kami tumira sa ibang bansa eh. Lahat ng kamag-anak namin nasa Amerika. But I decided to go back here because I believe that this country still has hope. Ayan. And I'm also a loving classmate. This is my crush when I was 10 years old. Sabi ko, crush ko siya ngayon. Sabi ko, may short-term and long-term goal ako. Short-term, maging kaibigan ko siya. Long-term, I want to marry her. And after 15 years, because I focus on her, wala na ako ibang tinignan kahit ang dami nanliligaw sa akin. And after 15 years, she became my wife. Ayan. So anyway, before anything else, ayan, I would like to leave this pochology sa iyo bago ako wala na po akong oras. The greatest ability in this world is what? Even ikaw na pinakamagaling, pinakamatalino, pinakamaganda, if you don't have this, you're nothing. What is this ability? Voice? No. This is actually called availability. If you're not available, then you at the right place at the right time. Because I believe the best time is now and the best place is here. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your availability. Because I believe you are the hero of this convention. Without you, parang tangang speaker na nagsasalita. Tama? Tandaan nyo, one day, you'll become better and greater than us, than the last generation. With that, enjoy life, be great, do great, be an inspiration. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Mabuhay ang kabataan Pilipino at mabuhay ang PUP. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Pocholo Gonzales.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Pocholo Gonzales. Tunay nga naman na may pagmamalaki natin ang produkto ng PUP.
That's right. So it's time for us to award the plaque of appreciation and also a simple token to our inspirational speaker. Okay, Polytechnic University of the Philippines College of Business Administration and HRSC Organizing Committee 2015 award this plaque of appreciation to Mr. Pocholo Gonzales in grateful appreciation and acknowledgement for sharing his expertise as inspirational speaker in the 5th Annual HR Students Convention 2015 International with the theme A CNHR, the new era begins, building bridges, gaining competitive edge. Given this 5th day of March 2015 at the Bulwagang Balagtas NALLRC PUP Main Campus, Santa Mesa, Manila. Signed by our PUP President, Dr. Emmanuel de Guzman. Once again, our inspirational speaker, Mr. Pochola Gonzalez.